The next coin purse that I'm going to make is with this pretty printed fabric with big flowers. And we're going to make this one in a special way. We're going to fussy cut this fabric. And fussy cutting means only that you're going to cut a specific area of the pattern of the fabric because you want a specific look on your pouch or on your bag. So you want the flower to be down in the center, or you want this flower to be in the corner. You have an idea of how you want this bag, this pouch to look at the end, and it's based on the design in your fabric. So we're going to do that with this keychain wallet. I want most likely this flower to be in the center of the front of the pouch, the keychain wallet, and maybe another big pretty flower on the back. I don't have a big piece, so this may be a little bit tricky because I really don't have a lot of fabric to choose from, and the keychain wallet is not that big, so you don't really have, and if I cut like down the center here, I may not have enough to cut another piece. Or if I decide, you know what, I really like this flower and this will be the center, this will be the front, and it doesn't matter really how the back looks, then I can just cut whatever. So when you have directional fabric or you have things like this, fussy cutting will require more material because you have to match the lines, or you have a specific design in your fabric that you want. If I was just cutting this fabric without really paying too much attention of where the flowers fall on the final piece, then it doesn't matter. I can just cut here, and be done. And I can make two keychain wallets. But with this little bit of material, I'm only probably going to be able to make one because I want to fussy cut it. So I'm looking at this. Now I do make some templates sometimes from the plastic sheets from the dollar store that you can buy. They're like the, what are they called? They're like in the kitchen area of the Dollar Tree, and they're cutting mats, for the kitchen. And these are great because they're so thin, you can cut them with scissors, but you can make a template out of them, and you can make templates for your pattern. And because they're kind of see-through, before they were more see-through. Now they're making them with this different plastic. It's not as see-through, but you can still see the design, right? So I can place this and say, okay, if I want this flower down the center, this is where I need to cut. And I may be able to do this flower on the back. So I may be able to do these two. And if I want to make another one, I could make it here and here, but then this one is not going to have that special flower in the center. These will be like random, flowers, okay? I can do that, or I can say, well, I want these two flowers in the center. So I want this, and then this one in the back. Or I can say, no, I like this flower, and then I want that. And I don't really have a lot of options. Maybe I can do this one in the back, but then it's gonna be kind of like it's not gonna be in the center. Because if I do this, then, when I do this one is either going to be, it's not going to be in the center. It's either going to be really low or really high. In this case, I really don't have a favorite, okay? I'm going to be honest. I like them all. But if I had to choose, I would probably choose this flower for the front and then this one for the back, and then I can make two, and then I can make another one with just these flowers, and that way I can get the most out of my fabric as well. So that, you know, that's the other thing. You want to try to make the most out of your material, you know, of course. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to fussy cut this fabric. And so these are not even the measurements, but it gives me an idea at least. And then it gives me an idea of like, where do I want the flower? Do I want the flower more towards the bottom, towards the top? And I have to consider the seam allowance as well. So, and I want it more down the center. So I think this will be good for the center, because it gives me some room here for my seam allowance to fold the keychain wallet, and then it gives me room here for the zipper at the top. And this keychain wallet is not going to be the one with a front pocket. It's going to be just, you know, a solid keychain wallet, because I don't want to cut the flower in half, because that will even take even more material. Because if I put a zipper down the center, I definitely want to be able to have the fabric that kind of matches the flower, so it flows. So that will take even more material. So the way I'm going to do this, I have my measurements here. I know what my measurements are. And I will then trace my pattern on the fabric. And because this is a dark color, I'm going to use the chalk so that I can see it better. It's too low. I think that is too low, because if I add then the seam allowance, it's usually half an inch, but it's usually end up being a little bit more. Then it's going to be too low, and then I have too much room. So, okay, let me do it a little bit lower. I want this to be kind of down the center. So I think this is gonna be better. And yeah, this is how you do it. You just find the piece of fabric that you want, you measure, you cut. If you have the plastic templates, you do that, and then you cut it, and that's it. And then you make your you make your bag, you make whatever it is, your pouch, whatever it is that you're making. But just be aware that you will use a lot of material when you do it this way, because you have to pick and choose. And so when you pick and choose, you don't really have enough, you know, that many options. And so in this case, like I said, I may get lucky and be able to get another one from here, but I'm not sure, but we'll see. Let's do this, and let's make this keychain wallet once and for all. Consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel if you have learned something today. And what I like to do, since I'm doing front and back for this, I am going to trace them. I'm going to trace the measurements here on the fabric, and know where I'm going to cut, not just for the front, but also for the back. So if I do this, okay, that's good. I like that. I like where this one is gonna fall. Oh, so no, I don't have another option. It will have to be there, because if I do more, I don't have enough fabric on the other side. So, yep. And after I cut it, I guess I'll decide what the front and the back is going to be. I hope this is the front. There it is, front and back. This is good, this is good. Perfect. So now here I have all the, this one is going to be a double. So I have all the measurements cut for the linings, and I just needed the 2 exteriors for this one, which is going to be a single, and it's going to be this zipper. And I'm going to cut this one for the double, and that's it. And then I'm going to finish these and show you the final pieces, how they look. So here it is, the keychain wallet with the fussy cut fabric. As you can see, my main flower is right the center, is right in the center of my keychain wallet. Of course, there's no front zipper, so that made it easier. But I'm happy because I can see the little flower here, the blues. So this could be the front, only because the direction of the zipper, and then I put the tab here in the D-ring connector here on the right hand side. And here's the back where the other flower, the yellow flower, and I like it because I can still kind of see this little flower, the pink one there. So it turned out really cute. I had made this wristlet also, and I didn't fussy cut the fabric for the wristlet, but after I cut it, I realized, oh, I can kind of see this flower here. So I really like that. So when I stitched it together, I kept this on like the exterior, if you want to say it, and here's the lining. So this turned out really cute. I made this before I cut this, and I stitched it and everything before I made the pouch. And so here's the inside with the waterproof material, my other tag, and that also kind of tells you this is the front, because when you open it you can see the other tag in there. And here it is. This is really cute. Little the zipper is, I'm trying this new way of making it, and I mean, it's okay. It's not twisted there, it's even, it goes smooth all the way down to the bottom. So I like that. It's really cute. So I'm happy. And you know, this is my own design, this fabric. I cannot just buy it anywhere. This is my design that I had it. I sent it to a local, not a local, but a US based company to print it for me. And they did a very good job. The colors are very vibrant. And so it's not like I can find this fabric anywhere. This is my own design. So I'm very excited how it looks. And this is the other one with the double zipper. And so you have the zipper here, and then this one. And again, I did the same with the zipper endings here. I follow the same method of making it. And I like it. I like it because it kind of gives it like a little round shape here, and it's pretty cute. And again, the wristlet and everything turned out really, really nice. So now you know how to fussy cut your fabric to make your keychain wallets.